Hey, this is a fun sunny day, July 12th, 2025. It gives me great pleasure to share some time with Nancy Hupalo out of the Lanceville, Nanaimo area. We are recording because we're going to share some reach out methods with you so you can get yourself promoted quickly to PXP because we want to be there to celebrate you dancing across the stage and ideally director or above, right? So let's just get this show on the road. Hi, Nancy. Thanks for being on the call with me today.
Hi, Risha. Thank you for giving me of your time. I appreciate it.
Okay, we're going to share with you some ideas on how you can quickly advance from your current rank up to at least senior director or vice president in time for dance. Okay. Is there some background, something going on at your place?
No, why?
Okay, I'm just hearing a little bit of feedback.
Oh, I have a fan going, but it's in the other room. Do you want I could
No,
turn it off.
no, that's not it. Okay. All right, maybe it's the feedback on your speaker. It's just fine. Let's just go for it. Okay. So first of all, the system of growth that we have is very, very effective. It's amazing. People reach out to us. And that can continue on for a long time or it can peter out. You never know. Now, Nancy, you told me that you're actually going in and you're doing the sandwich, right? You're going in. Can you
Yeah.
explain the sandwich, what you're doing to help build your Facebook feed?
Okay, so I'm going through the alphabet of my friends and people that I haven't really, talked to or, been on their Facebook. And so I go in there and I comment, I like on whatever recent posts they've done. And then I do that to about like I'm just going through the alphabet. Then I go in and I boost others that are in Partner Co and then I post my own, and then I boost some more, and then I go back and I do another 5 or 10 more friends that are not in the in Partner Co at all. Just going in and just saying, "Hey, hi, haven't seen you for a while," or whatever. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah,
And why are you doing that?
to increase the algorithm of my Facebook, and also to um, kind of say, "Hey, I'm here," sort of thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
just
Yeah.
just reconnecting, making engagement with friends that I haven't connected with in a long time.
Perfect. And I want to add on to that for anybody listening to this recording that isn't aware. If you have 1,000 friends on Facebook, I don't know the exact percentage, but you're lucky if 10% of them are going to see your daily posts. And what Nancy is doing is reaching out to people. And when she comments on Mary's post, Henry's post, John's post, then the algorithms are going to think, oh, the two of them are very interested in one another. So
Mhm.
it could be that John on Nancy's next post will now increase that 10% and it could rise to 12% to 14. So by you doing that, Nancy, every day is a really smart move, and that's going to increase your audience on your personal feed every day.
But the other thing I did too the other night, we had friends drop in from out of town and we had dinner. And she has written some children's books and things like that. And she does songs. So I did a live with her. I asked her if I could do a live because the song that she had was Resilient People Don't Give Up. And I just thought it
Nice.
was amazing. So I videotaped her or I did a live and then I put it up. And then there were a lot of people on, and I tagged her. And then a lot of people commented on that video. And when I went to all the likes and the hearts, there was a lot of people that were not my friend, but it had the invite button next to their name. So I invited them all to be friends. So that was the other way of doing it too, is that you could do lives with people, tag them,
I love it.
and yeah,
Love
yeah.
it. Love it.
So
Beautiful. Exactly. Because build up that Facebook audience. And as much as we love our partner co people, hey, we've already got their money, right? You want to make sure that you're showing your beautiful products and your posts to people who aren't aware of what the
right.
slip drops can do for them. The other thing too, Nancy, are you going into your existing friends and looking at their friends and sending out friend requests?
Uh, no, I haven't done that, but I know that that is another thing that you can do. So I will have people come across on your Facebook feed that said mutual friend. That is a friend of a friend, and so I will go on. I do go on their profile just to see what they're doing. I mean, I guess that's kind of prejudging. I shouldn't maybe do that, but there are some people that are very, very political. So I don't really go there with them.
Right. Right. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Good, good, good. Okay, but it is important to reach out there. And also to when you see Facebook suggest someone that may be a friend for you, whatever it is, a friend request or something, or Facebook suggests, accept as many friends as possible. But I think it is a good idea to visit their profiles quickly and just see if it's in alignment. If someone doesn't have a profile picture, I never accept them as friends.
Yeah.
And just see if they're current, if in their Facebook post, or if they may be a bot or an imposter. So that's important as well too, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah. So that process that you talked about is going through the alphabet and starting with A's. You're going to have to keep a little book so you're organized somewhat and go through and just go in. And if they're actively posting, I would be like Nancy is doing a like plus a comment. Love that
Mhm.
rainbow. Wow, your new puppy is so cute. Gorgeous garden, whatever. It doesn't have to be a great comment, right?
Mhm.
If the post is stale from 2023, for instance, it looks kind of weird that you're commenting on a stale post. So don't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Only comment on people that are current in their postings. And
Yes. Yeah.
then, so we're going to do that. The other thing we're going to do is reach out into your friends and see what other friends, because you might go, oh yeah, Mary, her cousin Helen, I met her at last year's barbecue. I'll invite Helen to be my friend. So go through your friends and
Mhm.
send out friends requests. And then the other thing is accept the friend request with discretion that Facebook sends you.
Yes.
So that's perfect. Now you're going to spend about half an hour doing that, maybe less, right? Once you get good at it, maybe less, right?
Yeah.
But that little exercise, if you do that 15 minutes before your 9 o'clock post, is going to greatly expand your followers. And of
Hmm.
course, always make sure you're on public. The other thing, Nancy, that you said, as you do your 9 and 3 o'clock post, you put it into a boost group. Can you explain that, please?
Well, I'm using the system of girls, so I go and onto boards and I get my post, I put it up, and then I tap on share, and then I copy a link, and then I go to the global post group and I paste it in there and I click on and I write in, please click link above to boost. And then I go back into my feed again and then I share it to a messenger boost group as well. And then I or actually, I love my own post, and then I make a comment. And sometimes, because you can only do it 3 times a week, I'll put at highlight, depending um,
What do you mean by
on
that?
well, if you put at highlight, you get more of your friends to look at that post.
And where do you put that? In the comment line or
In my
something?
comment, in the comment link. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. I just learned something.
Yeah.
And who's in these boost groups that you just mentioned?
I'm in the Global Partner Co. boost group, and I'm also in the new boost group that I think Joni and Chris put together.
And who is in these groups? Like explain the groups a little bit, please.
They're all Partner Co. people that are boosting their own posts, and so you go in and you boost. You're all helping each other. So yeah,
And why do we do that?
because we're trying to increase the algorithm for their feed.
Exactly. So basically, what she's saying is that the algorithms are seeing that there's comments going on,
Yeah.
which means people are interested. And when you have at least 6 words, because bots can create comments of 2, 3, 4 words, and that gets ignored by the algorithm. So you have to do 6 words. and not just emojis or congrats or high five or something. Take the time to write out 6 words. It doesn't have to be complicated, folks. But now the algorithms understand that there's interest in Nancy's post. So they're
Yeah.
going to open up the doors to another maybe dozen people, 2 dozen people to see her post. So once people make a comment on your post, like let's say a brand partner, Christy, makes a comment on your post, what is your reaction to that comment?
I usually go back and I like what they say or I love what they say, and then I make another comment on what they just said. Like I 100% agree with that, or you know, isn't it great that this person has lost this weight, or their hormones are balancing, that kind of thing. So yeah,
Yeah.
I have also, what I've done is I have copied my replies and I have copied my comments on other people's posts, and I have put them in. I'm not sure how to really do boards, but I make my own scripts. So I have my own board of scripts. So when I go in and I read, you have to read the post so that you're commenting on it. In fact, Risha, I have a post just for one of your posts,
Yeah.
your testimony, and it makes it a little bit faster. So you're just copy paste and you're
Right.
just putting it on there instead of, sometimes I'll be original, but usually that's what I do just so that I can try to get this done within the 20-minute, 30-minute mark.
Exactly. Exactly. And I
Mhm.
agree with you. One of my favorite is real people, real stories, real results.
Yes.
I'll copy and paste that, but don't do it more than 5 times
Mhm.
because then you'll get flagged and you'll go in Facebook jail for an hour. So, so
Yeah.
again, it could that my particular reply can pertain to most any post. So you can come up with a generic reply that
Yeah.
could be a good response to any post. So again, to the reason why Nancy is having conversation back and forth, imagine that your social media page is like a cocktail hour, that you're schmoozing with people, you're having drinks and you're talking, and someone comes up and go, wow, look at Mary, she's lost so much weight. And someone in the circle says, yeah, doesn't she look great? Someone else says, I heard she's on the hormonal body drops. It's like a conversation. And the very same thing is what we're doing in social media. To get that conversation going, the algorithms are going to recognize this as real posts, real people, real interest. And so they open it up so more and more people are going to see it. And eventually, because you're on public, make sure your setting is on public. You're always
Yeah.
going to make sure that more and more people are going to see it, and sometimes people you don't know. So now let's go into Messenger. Or is there anything else that you want to add that's effective with your Facebook posting, Nancy?
I think lives are really good to do. I haven't done one. I've been trying to do an update, do reels. I think another really is to do interviews, like interview
Yes.
someone.
Yes.
So yeah. So I think and every day, like whatever it is that you're really interested in. I like gardening, but I'm a foodie. So I've been posting one of actually, this was something that came up. One of my friends who wants the drops, but she has surgery coming up this month. So she's waiting till after the surgery and then she's going to go on the drops because of something to do with yeah, you can't have any herbal or
Yeah.
vitamins with
Uh-huh.
this one. So she's waiting, but she said, could you please send me pictures of the food you're eating while you're on this plan? I said, sure, okay. And then I thought about it and I went, well, how many other of my friends that have got the drops that I know are struggling with the food? So I started saying, this is breakfast on the drops. And then I would have a picture of the drops. This is
Brilliant.
lunch. This is a snack. So I've been doing that and that's been pretty cool. And then after I did that, I noticed that other people were doing it. So I was like, oh, well, that's great.
Yeah,
So
I love
uh,
that. And
yeah.
and absolutely, this isn't a diet, it's a lifestyle. And we don't
It
go
is a
hungry.
lifestyle. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's very easy. You want to make it so that it's sustainable, it's definitely achievable. And, and yeah. So the other thing I'm doing is doing research on insulin resistance, metabolic health, because that's where my issues are. So, and brain fog and all of that, because that is where, so I'm trying to be more direct in that area because that is where that's my testimony. So I'm trying to put that out there a little bit more. Yeah.
Very good too. So I love what you just said is you're sandwiching your own personal story, some non-marketing drop stuff by throwing in the food pictures. Lifestyle pictures is great as well
Yeah.
too. The lives, the reels, the stories, all of that is going to increase your algorithms. Love it, love it. If you have a
Yes.
kitten, if you have a doggy, if you have a garden,
Yes.
and you're looking for material, go to the park, go to the ocean, get a sunset, whatever, right? And many of us are not Facebook people. I was never a Facebook person. I was very private, but heck, I become one. Now that I got kittens, it's
Yes.
easy to find material, right? So the other thing I want to throw in is get eccentric, get a little silly. Like the other day when I got my 10K savings bonus, I did a live
Yes.
video and I fell backwards on purpose, of course, into my swimming pool with fully dressed. So that has received over 1,300 views. I think I'm even higher than that now. But
That's
I made
awesome.
sure I did a little bit of an infomercial, about my how my life has changed, how great Partner Co is, how I've lost the weight, how financially things have changed for us, how great life is, and just do something crazy and eccentric. So think about it. Be that
Yes.
4-year-old again, right? And do some
Hmm.
fun stuff so people are attracted to you and want to laugh at you, laugh with you when you're doing your posts.
Yeah.
Um, any other
Well,
things on the Facebook?
well, when you talk about being eccentric, that's one thing we did was a hula hoop thing. So I went and bought one of those smart hula hoops and I did a live of Wayne doing one and Wayne it's just hilarious. Like he was absolutely hilarious. And he didn't know I was filming him. So yeah,
Well,
so
well,
anyways,
that's it exactly, and have some fun with it, right? Get the
yeah.
people laughing, and the more attraction you get to your page, the more successful you will be. So
Yes.
let's move on. Anything else to add about Facebook? Because I'd like to move on to other reach out
Yeah,
methods.
no, well we can move on.
Okay, super. So first of all, what I want to share with you is my tracking system. Okay, and anybody can simply email me or message me Messenger. Have your tracking sheets. Okay. This was when I first started in April. You can see the day, April 22nd. My first post, all the pink ended up being customers and the green ended up being brand partners. And FB is my platform on Facebook. So this is so important to have your tracking system, but you can see following what Nancy is saying about the success system of growth, again, brand partners in green, customers in pink. And now I'm at May 5th. Look at all the customers that keep coming, right?
Okay.
And as I continue, now I'm about 4 days in. You can see more and more people, more and more response. See Facebook, 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 Facebook. Now I'm at May 7th. I started posting April 22nd. More and more customers. And now look here, because the marketing message is continuous and very, very common. Look at how many customers are showing up now. So have a tracking system, guys. And now
So
what's happening, you're seeing more green because yours truly is becoming more confident in my
yeah.
approach. So, okay, now hardly any customers, more brand partners. Okay. And the reason is, as I'm talking to people and responding to their inquiry, in the beginning, I was so happy to make that $70 profit on the sale of a box. And then I started to think my old-fashioned network marketing leveraging. I don't want to be a salesman forever. I want to be
Right.
a team builder and have that residual income check come in. So my conversation changed. And I would say, Nancy, why would you ever want to pay retail when you could buy it wholesale? Oh,
Yes.
what do you mean? And then the conversation changed. And next thing, Nancy's a brand partner, and I assume she wants to make money. So I just go right into the training system of growth. So that's why you see so much green on my sheets in the very beginning. You can see I've got an inch of sheets here. Now,
Yes.
if I revisit these sheets, there are going to be several hundred people that have fallen through the cracks because I get busy. You know, Nancy calls me, she wants direction. Tammy calls me, she wants direction. Penny calls me. And then I forget about George that I talked to last June.
Right.
So having your tracking sheets is a great tracker to be able to help you go back to these people and follow up with them. And also, if you're anything like me, by Friday, you're going to forget who you talked to on Monday. Write the names down, right? So I
Yes.
get that tracking sheet to you. I think it's in boards as well, or
It
send me.
is, it is, and I did look at it, and I was trying to understand it. And now that you see, I'm visual. I'm a very visual learner, so I have to see a demonstration, and then I go, oh, okay. Like even the pay legs, like I'm still a little confused with the pay legs.
Okay, we're going to stay
So
focused on the nature of this.
yes,
Okay,
yeah,
because the
yes,
name
we
of this
are.
call is I want you to get to vice president by PXP. Figure out the pay legs later. Okay, so you got to be tracking, and the platform is basically where did it come from? RO is reach out, that you personally reached out. FB is Facebook. INST is for Instagram, you know, whatever. In most cases, mine are all reach out in Facebook, where my people came from. Okay. And then REF could be referral or whatever. So we're going to move on. Okay, Nancy, are you ready for the
Yep.
big stuff?
Yes.
Okay. You got to get a scribbler, a book dedicated to your list. Your list is your inventory. And yes, we talk about system of growth being totally different from any other MLM or network marketing program that we've done. But I'm going to tell you this. I didn't see Chris and Joni's post on Facebook because I'm never on Facebook. If they hadn't reached out and called me, I would have never
That's
known about this business, right?
that's very true. Yes.
You have to, if you want to get to those weekly checks with commas, you need to reach out. You need to extend yourself and call people. So get your book. I like to do 3 lines in between every name, just in case I do any notes there. And when they become your customer or your brand partner, take that same coding system, pink for customer, green for brand partner, because they may have come from Facebook, even though they're in your list, right? Go through your phone, go through
Mhm.
your church directory, go through your high school yearbook, go through your baseball group, your racquetball group, your paddleball, you know, whatever, all these different things that are going on these days. Go through your Facebook list. And there's going to be people on your Facebook that you don't know. So I'm just going to say the people that you do know, that
Yeah.
you know your first name, you know their first name, you know their husband's name, and you can make a phone call. Those are the
Yeah.
people I want. Okay. Then I want you to follow the money. Where's my monthly money going to? Oh, going to the dry cleaner, it's going to the Petro-Canada, it's going to the mechanic, it's going to my electrician, it's going to my plumber, it's going to my hairstylist, it's going to my nail technician. Where does your money go? Right?
Hmm.
And follow that money, and all those people should be in your list as well. Build a
Yeah.
name, build a list of 25 people, 50 people. The stronger the list, the stronger the confidence you'll have.
Hmm.
Because if you go through 10 people on your list and you go, well, nobody's interested, I'm running out of names, I'm a failure, it'll never work. But if you have 1,000 people on your list, you go next, right? Because it's
Right.
always the math, always the math. So take your time, get very focused, turn off all distractions, and sit down and make that list. So, so very important. And of course, you're not going to put people in the list who are already in the business. Think of people that you know from your other network marketing adventures. You mentioned that you're with Melaleuca. Think about people you know from there, your Melaleuca customers. Think about all of those people that you've come through life. If you're a parent, there's probably kids sports. Think of other parents that
Hmm.
people that you've met through your kids, people that you met through your grandkids, people that you met through your husband's work. If you're a small business owner, customers that you've met through business, other business owners you've met through chamber mixers. So
Hmm.
there's so many people
Yeah.
possible, right? Okay, so make that list. Then what I'm going to suggest you do is go after your diamonds. And your diamonds are people. You can do a little star system, little tick marks beside them, and you'll give them a tick mark if they're well connected. They're a center of influence. They know a lot of people, right? If they're
Yeah.
business minded, give another star if they are motivated. Every time you're
Mm-hmm.
talking to them, they're doing something. They're going to Hawaii. They just bought a new I don't know, skidoo machine or whatever, right? People are motivated and they like to live life to the fullest. Definitely those are on the top of the list. People that are networkers, professional network marketers, they would be on your list. And people that you know have a big why. Maybe your neighbor just told you that he has to put in a $45,000 roof.
Mm-hmm.
People who are positive and joyous. They have that energy that, they seem to light up a room when you come in, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's a couple I'm missing, but nevertheless, you just think of someone that ideal that you want in your business, right? Salespeople are very good because they already understand the numbers game.
Mm-hmm.
Realtors, life insurance, um, different people that have to reach out and talk to people every day, especially commission oriented type people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now that you have your tick marks, some of them will have 7 tick marks, some of them will have 8, some of them will have 1, right? Leave your
Yeah.
ones for now.
Okay.
Okay. Excuse me for a minute. German Shepherd with a big bark. Someone just rang the doorbell. Okay. All right, my office assistant, right? Okay, so you're going to go after your diamonds, the ones that have 5 or more tick marks. Those are the people you want to go after
Mhm.
because once you have 2 or 3 or 4 diamonds come into your business, you're going to be focused working with them and helping them build. And that's how you get to your president ranks, your senior officer ranks very quickly, is
Right.
working, right? You need to be careful about where you put your energy. And sometimes we want this more for people that they want it themselves. Your sister who's broke and fat and unhealthy and, whatever. And sadly, we are in the position that we're at from decisions we made 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And if we continue to make bad decisions, then we're going to continue to get the same results. So we need to be careful about where we spend our time. And if someone is worthy of our time, then by all means, invest your time in that person. Otherwise, you need to move on and spend it looking for your diamonds.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any questions about the formulation of the list or creating the star performers that you're going to call?
I have one question. So I have there's a couple of young moms. Well, one in particular who unfortunately signed up with another company at the same time I signed up for this. And neither one of us knew that we had signed up
Mm-hmm.
for an MLM. And so she's in my church at fellowship, and so she came over. She's a young mom, and she came over. She goes, "So, what are you doing?" Because it sounded so similar. So she's selling happy juice. I don't know if you've ever heard of happy juice, but it's more of a mental wellness gut thing. And she's such a go-getter. And I've been very, trying to be respectful, but I'm thinking, do I go and say, "Hey, what's your comp plan like?" Or do I just not do anything at all?
Okay, I would go after her for sure. Definitely, and I'd put her on a call with me.
Okay.
Okay,
So now,
and basically how the conversation would be, what's her first name?
her name is Jordan.
Jordan. Jordan, I can really appreciate your success with your company and so on. What I have found with this company that I'm with, we are seeing massive, massive success with people who have never had a paycheck in the industry before. I just want you to give me 10 minutes of your time and talk to my friend Risha. She's number 4 in Canada right now, and her life is completely changed, completely blown away. But she just, like, why not? Just have that little chin wag with her and find out what's different between the two and have the better information, right?
Okay.
So that's what I would, and you could go on this approach. I would like your opinion. I
Right.
value your opinion. I would love your opinion to have a little chat with her, right?
All right.
So
Right.
absolutely, respect everybody in the industry. And we always say our dog is bigger than your dog, but the fact is we know that Partner Co is the biggest dog on the block. I know it.
Yes.
I've been in
Yeah.
the industry for 25 years. I've never seen this many people walk across the stage. In PXP last year, 800 people were across the stage, and there was 2,100 people in the room. There was over a third of the people that were celebrating success. And you're not on
Mm.
stage unless you've made a check, right?
Right. Right.
So I've never seen it in my life. And I've never seen the big checks like I have in this company.
Hmm.
So I can speak with confidence about it. Okay. So now we're going to phone these people, right?
Hmm.
Again, it has to be at without distraction, and think of the hour that you're phoning them, right? You don't want to be phoning anybody at 9 o'clock at night, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So 7 till 8:15 is usually prime time. Then of course in Saturday is before noon is prime time as well. And especially in the summer, before people get involved in their days. And I have been a professional network marketer for 25 years. I've always had someone to talk to in the daytime. Always, always, always. There's always someone answering their phone. So never think that you have to wait to that 1.5 hours at night. But if you're working and you're busy and you're distracted by life, family, work, etc., if you give me half an hour a day to do your Facebook post and another half an hour to make your calls, you can make this work.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you call them, you have to have a thought of where you want them to go.
Hmm.
You do not want to do a full presentation in your call ever, never,
Right.
ever, ever, right?
Yeah.
You want to invite them to something. And so is the invitation to the Risha call on Monday at 7, the Risha call Monday at 5, or is it to the Why You Need These Drops call with Michelle McKay Monday at 5:30, I think it is?
Hmm.
Or is it on one of Bob Budd's calls on Sunday night? Or is it with Christy Walsh on Tuesday? Or Todd now is going to be doing 2 calls a day? Or a three-way call with Risha or Chris and Joni to move them to something, right?
Okay.
So you got to think, where do you want to go with this person, right?
Okay.
And whoever the person is, if it's a man, a mover and a shaker, a young guy in his 40s, I would connect him with Reese Antley or Chris Budd, right? They would probably connect better with that person. So send a quick message out to these people. Make sure you're connected on Facebook, and then you can connect through Messenger and say, hey, listen, I'm working on doing some three-way calls. There's some guys I'd like to connect. Do you have availability tonight?
Hmm.
So just see if there's any schedule openings that you can work with. Okay.
So
Uh,
make sure you're friends with these you, because I like with the like say with Reese, I think we're friends. I think I we did that, but like so because I know that if you're not friends and you send a message, you don't get you they sometimes don't get that message.
right. So become friends on Facebook, Reese and Ashley Antley, right? And
Okay.
then make that connection and just let them know that I'm in your team and I want to be able to look towards your support as I do three-way calls.
Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, so now marry it up again too. I've been in the industry for a long time. I'm a woman. I can talk to a lot of people. I work better with women, obviously, right? So you can marry me up with that. Joni is younger. Joni is in her young 40s, so she would be a good connection. But also any of us on these teams, we work as a family together. Christy Walsh, I'm sure, would be happy to do a three-way with you, as Mary Olson would be, or Carol Roberts, right? We've got
Yeah.
some great
And
leaders.
Christy's already said that. I talked to her at Calgary. So, because I have my daughter who I wanted her to talk to. So,
Yeah,
but my daughter still is,
let's just focus on going
that's
forward,
right.
okay? There's a lot of people listening to this call right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, as you make your phone call, I'm just going to give you some ideas, and this is my style. Find your style, figure it out, write it down, practice it, and get good at it.
Hmm.
You have to speak with confidence. Your invitation call should be no more than 5 minutes. Okay. You cannot get into a whole bunch of personal stuff, and then it's really awkward to move into the business stuff.
Okay.
So, something like this, if you hadn't talked to somebody for a long time, I would actually call them and just reestablish the relationship. Mary, I've been thinking about you for a while. I haven't seen you since high school. And I'm just wondering, how is it going? I've seen some of your posts on Facebook, and I see that you have a new grandbaby in your life. How do you love living in Saskatoon? Get that familiarity back. Okay. It might lead into, what are you doing? Oh my God, Mary, I'm so busy. My new business is just keeping me crazy right now. It's unbelievable what's happening. Oh, what's your business?
Yeah.
I'm so glad you asked. Right. So, you may, unless it comes up in reestablishing a relationship call, don't bring it up. Okay.
No.
And touch
Okay.
base. Maybe, hey, is it all right we stay in touch? And call her back in about 3 weeks. So you need to have that little system. So put it in the calendar on your phone, have a calendar system so you know, and you follow up your word and you call the people, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So, um, and I'm going to tell you how I talk to people, but first let's look at the different circumstances. So here's another one that, let's say, Penny, I haven't talked to her for about a year, but it's one of those friendships that the days can pass and you could just pick up where you left off. Could be one of
Yes.
those, right? We all have those. So it might be, hey, Penny, how's it going? Let's do some role play, okay? And that's the best
Okay.
way I can do it for you.
Okay.
Hey, Penny, how's it going?
Going great. How are you? Haven't heard from you in a while.
I know, and I think about you, and usually it's when my mind shuts down. I'm laying in bed at night, and I think, oh my God, I got to call Penny. I haven't heard from her in such a long time. But Penny, right now I've got my business hat on. I want to talk to you about something really important. And I promise we will connect back and have that let's get caught up kind of thing. Are you okay for a couple of minutes? I need to tell you something.
Sure.
Okay, excellent. Do you know how I'm going to call you Nancy instead of Penny because
Okay.
that's who you are. Uh, Nancy, do you know how so many people that nowadays, all of our friends, everybody you know, people on the street, they all seem to be sluggish. They don't have that energy. People are complaining that they're under so much anxiety and stress. They've kind of lost that joie de vivre. They're not sleeping as well. There's a outburst of pre-diabetes, diabetes, high blood pressure. People are on 4 meds. You know how it's just crazy? Have
Yeah.
you noticed that?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I know. And
Yes, I
and I
have.
thought, okay, this is probably by design, but that's another conversation. But what I have is a hormonal body balancing drops. And this has blown me away when I found out about it. It actually puts your body back into balance. So you go into a state of self-correct and the body just starts looking after each other. Or the body just starts looking after itself. And the
Mm.
side effect is the weight starts to fall off. The fat starts to fall off. If you need to lose weight, it just starts to fall off.
Really? That sounds interesting.
Okay, so there you go. See, I stopped.
Mhm.
Think of it that you're fishing and you
Yeah.
cast the line and you got a nibble. If you didn't respond, really, I wouldn't have continued.
Right.
If you had responded, then I move into the next step.
Hmm.
So let's just treat it that you hadn't responded.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I would, once I say that and you don't respond, I might go into, how's Wayne doing these days? I haven't I haven't seen from him or heard from him in a while. How's he doing? Is he still working at that dealership?
Yeah, yes, he is still grinding away.
Yeah, right on, right on. And I'm seeing that you guys got a couple of grandkids.
Yes, we do. They keep us very busy.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Nancy, it's so great talking to you. But before, we will get that catch-up conversation. Is it okay that I send you a short little video on the drops, or is it something that you may or may not be interested in?
Sure, you could send, yeah, you could send a video.
Okay, I'll send it and I'll follow up. Okay.
Okay.
So
Alrighty.
so I put it behind kind of a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But I still wanted one more attempt. And by the lack of interest in your voice, I might follow up with that in 3 weeks specific to the drops and let Dr. Crystal Vance's video do its job.
Right. Okay.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say we go back to the person that was excited about what I said, and you went, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really can't see
Nancy,
anybody. I can't see anybody not responding to that, but yes.
I know. Well, Nancy, it'll blow you away. Would it be all right that I invited you to have a look at some information because it's changed my life? I lost 34 pounds in 90 days. I feel like I'm 35 years old again. I sleep like a baby. I don't even have a hangnail to complain about today. It's just amazing what this product has done for me. And I've made a ton of money too. Like, wow, we were so broke, and now I'm just like enjoying life again and planning travel and trips and buying whatever I want. It's just kind of fun when I go to that garden center.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, I'd like my friend Risha is hosting a call on Monday at 7 p.m. and she always has the most amazing, interesting testimonies. And you could hear real life stories from real people that share what the
Mhm.
drops have done for them. Could I invite
Mhm.
you to that call? It would be at 7 o'clock on Monday.
Yeah, I think I'm free on on Monday night. Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever done a Zoom before?
No.
Okay. All right. Are you on iDevices or PC or Android?
I have an iPhone and I have an iPad.
Okay. I'm going to send it to you on Messenger, and then you need to copy the link and put it into a browser, and that will open up your Zoom. You may have to download the Zoom app first. I don't know. It all depends on your iDevice or not, right?
Okay.
And then please log in at about 10 minutes too, because I'd love to introduce you to the host before the call gets started.
Okay.
Awesome. Write it in your calendar and I'll write it in mine. And then let's get caught up really soon, okay? But I'm really excited about you seeing this.
Okay.
All right. So that's how it will go.
Okay.
If, for instance, you wanted to introduce to a three-way call, after I did that, do you know how people, well, what I have is, so I
Hmm.
present a problem and then I go, well, what I have is like the solution. Um, and then I would like to invite you to a three-way call to connect with my friend Risha, who's just blowing this thing out of the park. She's lost a
Hmm.
whole bunch of weight. She's gone from very sick to very healthy. She's making really good money, and I think you and her would connect. I think you'd really like her
Yeah.
personality, and you two would gel together. So, could we arrange a three-way call and see if she's available to have a little chat with you and explain a little bit more? Because I'm brand new at this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, so that would be how the invitation to a three-way would
We
go.
go. Okay.
Okay, and you have to tie him down to when are you available? Well, this afternoon I could be available between 2 and 4. Let me get a hold of Risha and see if that could work too.
Okay.
Okay. And then the other thing is, well, the best time for me is late at night. I've got my grandkids. I'm looking after the little 3-year-old and so on. Nancy, if I sent you a recording, would you be able to have a look at that? Would that work best for you?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. When would you be able to watch it so I can call you and follow up and answer your questions?
Mm. Yeah.
because you have to keep the soccer ball. The soccer ball is you in charge, right? The one with the soccer ball scores the goal.
And you're like wanting an action plan. Like you're trying to you're making an action, a call to action. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You always need to know your next step. You cannot leave that call without knowing your next step.
Okay.
So you can send them a recording, right? There's the Dr. Crystal Vance, which is a 6-minute video, right? There's the video, which was really good with Christian Doyle White the other day on my
Hmm.
YouTube channel. That's Risha Adair slash at, sorry, youtube.com/at Risha Adair. On the YouTube channel, you can grab that video. I'm in the process of cutting it short, so we're just focusing on the time that she spent on the product, but
Okay.
that will be available soon. There's also the Carrie Hicks video that did a great job, and the Todd Rowland video that did a really good job, and that's all on my YouTube channel. You'll just have
Okay.
to scan through and look for the dates of when those happened. I think
And
Todd was February.
I have sent out, that's what I have actually done that to my brand partners who aren't doing business. They're just
Right.
because yeah, anyways. So I've been sending that to get them to go on a Zoom. And one of them is probably two of them are very keen, but it's always been, they couldn't do it. So I send them the recording.
Yeah, perfect, perfect.
Yeah.
The other great research is researchdrops.com.
Right.
And if someone says to ask for a website, that's a very common thing as well. Sure, researchdrops.com. When can I call you back? I mean, there's some great videos there,
Right.
awesome information about learning about the drops and so on. But you got to know, Nancy, this product has been on the market for 16 years. There's over 1 million bottles sold. Thousands and thousands of people have had results with these drops. It just blows me away.
Yeah.
Okay, and always make sure you throw your own testimony in there as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So now, that's making phone calls. Any questions about that?
No, that was sort of where I was really stumbling in how do I go about, like, it would be great if there was even, like, I guess I have to, I can come up with my own sort of what I would say that would, when I'm dealing with certain, like, who I'm considering, or like who the person that I'm considering. Um, but to have that script really down in my head. So, and that's where I've just been fumbling with that part of it. And then how do I get a three-way call when I don't even have a connection with anyone? That was, and the ones that I do have connection with, I'm not so sure, I'm not sure if they would, how well they would be at a three-way call. Let's put it that way.
Well, you
Yeah.
got you got to know who you're connecting people to and make sure that you're confident in the three-way, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And learn how to do a three-way. Practice with your husband and your grandchild or whatever. Learn how to do a three-way before you actually go to a business three-way.
And so how do you do a three-way? Because I don't
Um,
know how to do
well,
it.
on my Samsung, I make the call
Yeah,
and you answer first, right?
yeah,
And then okay, Nancy, I'll have you on standby. And then there's a little plus sign that says add contact or add person. I don't know what it is on an iDevice, but you press the plus sign, and now I dial the number of Chris Budd, and then I'm able to go forward.
mhm,
And there's a little thing when Chris answers at the top, it says merge or
right.
conference, and you click that, and all three people will be connected.
Oh, okay. So I do like because Sarah gave out Todd Rowland's number,
Uh-huh.
and so I do have that. Plus, he gave his number out on one of his recordings as well. So, uh, I got my husband. Anyways, he'll have to. So, anyways, yeah, I would have. It would be nice to have the other numbers because somebody had asked for the guy's numbers on one of the IPAs. They wanted Reese's and Todd's. So I got Todd's, but I didn't get Reese's number.
Okay, I'll give you that to you. Todd is very, very busy, so
I
I
know.
them for naturopaths, doctors, nurses, that sort of person.
Okay.
Okay, so here's Reese, 850-867-7715.
850-867-7715. Do I have that right?
850-867-7715.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So Ashley, I don't think I have, no, I don't have Ashley's number. So let's do Chris. Chris Budd. Oh, where is his number? Just a minute. Okay, 587
Mm-hmm.
207 5157.
Okay. Five
And
eight seven 207 5157.
oh, I moved away already. Just
Oh
a
no,
minute.
that's okay. I think I'm pretty
Five
sure
eight
I got it.
seven 207 5157.
Yeah,
Okay. Joni Budd is 250-800-0780. And then my number is 778-732-3023.
okay. Sorry, repeat that again. Yours again. Seven seven
778
eight.
732 3023.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Wonderful.
So now the last thing I want to talk to you about, and then we're going to wrap up this
Yeah.
recording, is going out and friendship farming,
Okay.
prospecting, cold market prospecting. I'd rather call it friendship farming. My mom always said a stranger is yet a friendship to happen.
That's right.
Okay. So, especially now during the summer, there's festivals, harvest festivals, the Nanaimo exhibition, the Parksville Beach Fest. There's all kinds of festivals and fairs going on. It's the best time, the best time. You're going to go out and meet people that you know, right? So you're going to bring it into the conversation, but also to exhibitors. And you do this only when it's quiet. So go in during quiet times. Don't go in on a Saturday morning because it's going to be busy. But a Wednesday night is always slow, right?
Okay.
So figure out on slow times and go with that in your hat. This is the time that you're going to go. So there's a couple of ways to do it. To meet people that you know is Saturday morning, Sunday at
Hmm.
these festivals. To meet exhibitors and prospect them because they're business people and they're all dying a slow death. I know. I did 34 shows a year in that industry for 10 years. Every show has to be a good show or you die a slow death. And you go up to them, and my simple question is, I see them, I say, oh, these are beautiful. Are you the artist? Are you the potter? Where do you import your products from? How long have you been doing this? Make conversation with them, make a friend, right?
Yeah.
And then say, ask their name. John, by any chance, do you keep your options open to make extra money around what you do now? And I always get a yes because they're entrepreneurs.
Okay.
And then I go into, do you know how so many people are fighting obesity? They're lethargic, they don't have any energy, they're not sleeping, they're on 4 or 5, 10 pharma medications. Well, what I have is a homeopathic hormonal body balancing products. I guess we can't say homeopathic in Canada, but hormonal body balancing products that get people's balance back into check. And a side effect is weight loss. And people just start getting healthy. The product sells off the shelf, John. You have to see this product. Everybody wants it. Everybody needs it. Everybody buys it.
Okay.
So when you're talking to an entrepreneur, you stress the importance of what it helps to the demographics, but you also impress upon them the available profits.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the fair guy. Now, let's say you need three things at the drugstore. I want you to go to three drugstores because your chances are you're going to run into more people by going to three drugstores. And get the clerk, get the makeup lady to help you. Take 10 minutes to choose a lipstick color. Just be
Okay.
friends with her. Oh, how long have you been working here? You're so good at what you do. Wow, I love the way you put your makeup on. Whatever it is, right? And then, I really don't want to invade your space while you're working, but let me ask you, I'm really impressed with your service. Do you keep your options open to make extra money around what you do now?
Mhm.
And then the easiest way is here, text me, and then you'll have my number, and I'll be able to send you some information. Or if you have a special rapport with him, let's trade contacts, and I'll send you some information.
Right. Okay.
Okay. But if they text you, guess what? You have their number,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you're non-invasive of what's your phone number? Give me your phone number, right?
Do
Because
you
not
give
everybody.
them do you give them a business card with your number on it? Because I
I don't
have
need
a
a
business.
business card. What do
You
I
don't
need a
have one.
business card for?
Yeah.
What do I need a business card for? I got a mouth.
Well, I know, but I mean with the texting, like do you have to give your number to them to text you?
Yeah,
So you just write it down and
I put it in my phone right away. No, I get them to put it in their phone right away and text me
oh,
right away
oh,
in front of me.
okay. Okay.
They
I get
text me
it.
right in front of me.
I'm
Yeah.
just wondering, will they have their phones with them if they're like
Yeah.
selling?
Well, in that case, here, what's your number? I'll text you and I'll send you a website.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I'll get around to
Okay.
getting a business card, but I've kind of gone to this level of success without one
Yes.
because you got to think of it this way. A lot of people think I gave out 10 business cards today. Well, great. How many numbers did you actually get?
Right.
Because what are you in control of? The one number you got or the 10 that went away,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Somebody might call you from that business card, but don't count on it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And there's also the digital cards that it does have a monthly fee connected to it, but they can take a picture of the QR code and it leads them to all kinds of different videos and the ingredients list, and it's extremely well done. There's a setup fee. It's about $100 setup fee. Sarah Weaver can do that to set it up, and then you just give them the QR code, and you'll
One
get
of,
you'll get a
sorry.
result of when they actually click in any of those videos. You'll find out that they did.
Yeah. I I followed an IPA tip from a gal by the name of Whitney, and
Uh-huh.
she just put like she shares her contact, like she just sends her contact, and it's not a digital business card, but when they open up the contact, they have your name and the link to the website, to your personal website, and then a little note saying, "This is what I do. I'm like it's actually I think it's even one of the scripts about the body balancing drops.
Right.
It's very smart. I
Yeah.
was like, that's gold."
Yeah, it is for
So I
sure.
did that. I did that, and my husband shared my contact with one of the residents that he works at one of the buildings that he does, and she contacted me. So
Oh,
and
fabulous.
yeah,
Excellent.
so
Good, good,
mhm,
good. Now let's talk about the IPA calls. You should have a book specific. Where's my book here? My IPA book, right? Have that book with you because there's golden nuggets on those calls every morning.
yeah,
Get up early. It's a fabulous way to start your day. It's free training for your
this is
29.
mine.
Oh, there you go. For your 29.95 in the US, 37.95 in Canada. It's the best training. It's the best $40 bill you can ever invest, right? You get unlimited amount of training. So it's really worthwhile to plug into those IPAs.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think I've missed one. So that's
yeah.
it. But yeah, I love
So
them.
my challenge going out to you, Nancy, and to everybody else listening to this recording, 3 reach outs minimum a day. 3. That's
Okay.
like 20 minutes. Make your list, right? Make your list, track your people, make your calls, 3 a day. Ideally, don't sit on your bum when you call. You want to move around. You want to be walking, holding your phone and walking, and make sure there's no noise and distractions. It's a professional business call, and have a plan of action. And before you know it, you'll have so many people in your funnel that you'll be so busy that you forgot, oh my God, I got to go back to Mary that I talked to 7 days ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, does
I'm
that
just,
help?
yeah.
Anything else before I stop the recording?
Uh, just, no, that's good. That's good. Sorry, I just been interrupted by my husband. All these texts are coming in.